You're listening to Gin and Chat with Lo and Nat. So pour yourself a chilled martini and sit down for a chat.
Welcome back to Gin and Chat with Lo and Nat. Today, Natalie is going to be introducing our guest. Take it away. Please welcome Mark Daftari. He's a professional dancer and choreographer known for his fearless individuality and standout presence. A member of the inaugural graduating class of USC's prestigious dance program, Mark has since performed with global artists such as Sam Smith and Kesha, making a strong mark in the commercial dance industry. Welcome, Mark.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, thank you for coming here. We're honored on a Saturday, all the way out here.
Gin and Chat, but instead we have Coke Zero.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yes.
Mark requested Coke Zero with a glass, with ice, with a straw. And you know what? That's exactly what you got today.
Yes.
So shall we?
Because you know what? You ask and you shall receive.
Hell yeah.
Period. I don't drink, so this is my go-to.
Coke Zero.
Love.
Shall we open? Ready?
ASMR.
3, 2, 1. Ooh.
The ASMR is giving in this.
That was giving 5, 6, 7, 8, and a pour.
Ooh,
wow, that sounds so
If we don't get a sponsorship,
Right. I'm like, come on, Coke Zero.
I don't know what we will. And also, aren't these mini ones the best?
They're so cute.
Honestly, my dad always gets the minis.
So Mark told us that he was wearing sunglasses today, so it just felt appropriate for us all to wear them. Although mine are a little too dark, so I'm gonna take them off so I can see everyone.
Perfect. It's very Regina George, like she wore army pants and flip-flops, so I wore army pants and flip-flops. That's what it was giving today. I text Allie, I go, maybe we should do sunglasses because Mark is doing sunglasses.
Yeah.
This is the Saturday morning energy.
Yeah.
No, it is.
But these are very see-through. I can still see.
Yeah. Same with these. I might keep them on, honestly.
It's honestly more of a feeling. You know, it's like you feel like you're covered up just enough, but like we can still see you.
It's perfect.
Yay. Well, I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
I'm like very thankful. So, little backstory. I've known Mark since high school, I think is when we met.
Whoop, whoop.
I mean, probably not middle school.
I think I was a junior in high school.
Oh, no way.
Were you a freshman?
I might have been. Well, when did you graduate high school?
2015.
Okay, I graduated 2016, so I was sophomore. Okay, so we met in high school. Mark, you started dance a little bit later, right? Because we met when you were going to Thrive Dance Center.
Yes, I was on a hip-hop dance team at my high school before I even went into studio
Works.
arena. So we were on like a high school hip-hop team called Sigma. And that was just like strictly hip-hop training.
That was Newberry Park High.
Yes.
Yes.
Ricky Medina hosted it and started it.
Yes, he's like a huge Clippers fan, so I always
He's amazing.
hear from him. I feel like from that.
I'm still connected with him.
What made you get into that? How'd you get into hip hop team?
I mean, I've always wanted to be a dancer. And like, even since I was 4 or 5 years old, I would dance to Shakira, Black Eyed Peas.
Work.
And then like starting in high school when I could actually like pay for my own dance classes, I got a job at McDonald's.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
And I was obsessed with the high school dance team. And I was like, this is so cool. Like, this is kind of what I want to do.
Wow.
And
You
so
just
then-
had that knowing.
I had that knowing. It was like deep in there somewhere. But I didn't know that I would be doing it professionally.
You just followed
Just
your heart.
swag. I followed my heart.
Wow. Okay, so you started at Newberry Park High on the hip hop dance team, and then you were like, "Let me get some more training because I have some money from McDonald's and I'm gonna go to Thrive." That's what happened?
Yes. So I auditioned for a dance team twice. I auditioned for my junior year. I didn't make it, obviously, because I had no technique. And then I went to Thrive, met Aja and Jen, the sweetest people
So
ever.
great. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah,
I teach there sometimes.
And then that's when it started, and I fell in love with it. But like ballet was never my strong suit. And then I made dance team my senior year, and then I went to Thrive and Bobby's.
I didn't know you went to Bobby's.
I went to Bobby's because like Elizabeth and Mandy were associated with NP. So I got like amazing training. And then after that, I was told I couldn't get into USC. Just like there was a teacher, I'm not going to say names, but she was handing out pamphlets for the USC audition. And like she skipped over me. In like, it was her ballet class, and she was like, there's an audition for a new school happening. And like, I was like, I would like a pamphlet, and she didn't hand me one.
Whoa,
It was tea. And this
you
was senior
fucking
year.
showed them. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So then you were like, I'm going to go audition and do this?
I almost did an audition
Okay.
because my mom was so tired that morning, and she was like, you already...
I love that it was about your mom, not about you.
And then she was like, you got into Long Beach already. And she was like, that's a great school. Like, I'm really tired today. And then my sister, who was the one that was like, no, you're going to go to this USC audition because this is like your dream school. Like this is a huge deal, like dance program.
Huge, yeah.
And so without her and like without the motivation of being turned down by like my high school teachers, I wouldn't have gone into USC. So like the motivation and also my sister being so supportive.
That's incredible.
I also
changed my life.
admire you because I will say I got denied an audition at USC. So
Are you serious?
everything happens for a reason.
It's crazy. They denied so many amazing people. So
and
honestly,
I mean, because I would have auditioned the year after you, because we were a year behind. And so I remember they had only had the program for a year, and it was such a new thing, and everyone was talking about the USC Kaufman program, and for dancers, it was such a big deal. So yeah, so fascinating.
it was a big deal. And then going into it with 2 years of training was also
It's crazy.
insane.
I remember when I heard that you and Justin got in. It was another guy that trained at Thrive. And I was like, wow, like stars in my eyes, because I just thought that was so amazing. And I was like, good for you, Mark, because I knew that also you had just really started dancing.
Yeah.
But I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
And there's nothing more than like really wanting it. And that shows, like it shows through your passion.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they got, the vibe from the audition.
Right. I love that.
And we had a meeting after like I actually did my solo, which let me tell you, I changed the solo the day of the audition.
No way.
Because I was the last solo of the
dead.
day. So I was like auditioning ballet modern at 10 a.m. And then I had like my 6 p.m. solo. So like there was 6 hours to where I'm like, "Ugh, I really hate my solo. I'm going to change it right now. Change the music, edit it on my phone. And like I gave them my phone to play it, or like I don't remember how I gave it to them. I think through my phone.
And you just choreographed a new one yourself?
I think it was one that I did for like a dance class in high school that I felt like really inspired by.
Wow.
And then after I was like breathing, and then we had our interview and it went so well. Like we just connected, and I told them what I wanted. Like I want to be on tour. I want to be on stage with artists. I want to be a star. And then they like
And they were like,
completely vibed with me.
yeah, they were like, you are a star because you did that. And I think that just shows like when you really have like the balls to go after what you want and listen to yourself and change it in a moment's time. Like if you don't want something, you're going to be particular about it. And then you're going to listen to like where your internal gut is guiding you. And you can't teach that. And they probably, I mean, they immediately saw that. Wow.
I mean, the dance industry is like 80% confidence, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I've learned that recently. Like it's not all about talent.
No.
And I think at that time they saw the confidence and they were like, okay, he can go somewhere.
Yes. I always say talent ends up being more like 10% of it. Yeah. Because it really is about how you approach things, your confidence, your ability to just walk into a room and know you can accomplish something, and you won't book a job. Like everybody's talented out here. You know what I mean? You'll get into a class and everybody's talented. Everybody's capable of doing it. So what's going to set you apart from everyone else?
Right. There's this book that I read in high school. I think it's called Talent is Overrated. It's like something like that. But my dad made me read it because he was like, if you're going to go in a creative field, like you need to know that half of it is the training that you've done, and then half of it is the mindset that you have.
Hell yeah.
I need to reread that book sometimes.
I know. Send that to me.
Yeah, I will. It was like
I'm
fun.
intrigued.
It basically went on like different people's paths in different like career fields, mainly like athletic and artistry work, but
Yeah.
it was a good one. So, okay, once you got to USC, what was your path like there? How was that being part of like such a, I mean, high-end program?
Iconic program. Yeah.
I will say my first year was amazing. Probably like the most iconic year because you're a freshman going to live away from your parents.
Yeah.
It's the first time living on my own. And we were the only class. So everywhere we would go, like people were like, you're from Kaufman. Like, we would start a little cipher and just like freestyle at parties. And it was the best.
Work. Okay.
But I will say like in ballet class, I would probably cry like at least once every 2 weeks afterwards because it's just so like intense, especially with all these ballerinas that have been training. all their lives.
Right. Yeah. Such a shock.
Inspiring, but also definitely challenging, but also lit a fire under my ass.
And that's the correct response. We were just talking about that the other day. I was saying like when your response to something is this makes me want to work harder and try harder for it, you know you're in the right business. But if it shuts you down, maybe it's not for you. But the fact that your response was, oh, I see all these technical badass bitches and I'm going to step up, and it lights a fire under you, that's like the performer mentality.
I think it followed me till this day. Like I have that fire under my ass, even if I'm not motivated, even if I'm like having creative block, like I still have that fire.
Wow.
Like a natural, healthy competition.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Healthy.
Well, I saw like I feel like jealousy is like has such a bad connotation and is labeled in such a poor light, but it really just shows you what you're capable of and what you know deep down that you're capable of. So when someone else maybe gets an opportunity that, and in this industry, obviously it's so much out of your control, but if they get an opportunity that you desire, like that desire is in you for a reason, and then that emotion evoked when they see that, or when you see that they get it, is because you know that you can achieve it too, you know? So that I think you naturally always had that. Just really, it's awesome.
Really incredible.
I love it. So we went to college as well for dance. Yeah. And I know a lot of, you know, younger dancers watch this podcast as well. So if you were to give advice for them, because I know some people question, do I need to go to college? Should I go to college for dance? What would you tell them? What would your advice be?
Personally, for me, I needed college just because I needed more training before going out into the world. And I also used college as a form of making connections. So like living at USC, like I was so close to the industry and like I made my connections early enough, like sophomore year to like where I graduated, like I booked a job instantly.
Smart.
So depending on your level of training, I would say that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because not everyone needs it.
Right. Exactly.
Because to be honest, I'm not really using my BFA
No, I mean, same.
Exactly.
in this moment. However, I feel like when I am older, I might want to be a professor. I might get my master's for 1 year and like I get to skip the 4-year BFA program.
I think what's beautiful about like having a college degree is like nobody can take that from you. And if you want to go back to it at any time, you can. It's just reevaluating if that's really for you. Because I know a lot of people that, you know, they didn't need to go to college and they could have gone at 18. I personally am the same way. No way I could have done anything at 18, but be in a controlled environment and like train some more. Yeah.
I would have been eaten alive. And I think I would have lost myself. I think college gave me the personal development years that I needed. And so I came out of it at 22, a lot more confident version of myself, ready to take on the industry versus 18. I think I would have been a little,
But it's smart to be there and then be like, okay, I'm so close to the industry. Let me go and start meeting people that are going to benefit me later on. So what was that like for you? Like, did you just go take class?
I would like
Get in
honestly
programs?
like sometimes skip ballet class or like skip repertoire at night.
Yeah.
Or I'd ask not to be in some dances just because like I didn't like feel like my soul belonged in the concert realm.
Yeah.
Personally, even though it was great training.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Really challenging, first of all. But I would just go and like take the metro because we had a metro right off USC, and I would just take the metro to Millennium and take like Brian Freeman and Yanis Marshall.
absolutely.
But it's necessary for sure because I think if I were to live in an apartment with a roommate at 21, I would have been lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So having that college experience first and then stepping into adulthood was very helpful.
Yeah. I always say it's like you have a controlled environment to make mistakes at such a young age. And that was necessary for me for sure.
Yeah. And it kind of feels like someone's like holding your hand a little bit more.
Little bit.
Just like pushing you out into the industry where you can get eaten alive and you're like, what is going on? Because it's a lot.
Okay. So you finish college, you graduate, you get to the industry, you book your first job right after. What was that like?
Oh my God. First of all, that first job was major. That first job after a month of graduating was with Paris Goebel and Sam Smith.
Shut up.
Yeah. And so
You're insane.
I had a meeting with my agent. It was How Do You Sleep?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I had a meeting with my agent being like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is who I want to work with. And literally at the end of the meeting, she was like, I have the perfect job for you. It's with Paris Goebel. And I literally just like
Died.
jaw drop. But then when I was in the space, like obviously there were icons in there. There was Robert Greene, Guido, Zachary Venegas, etc. All icons.
Yep.
And so I just walked in the room, like my nerves got to me for like 10 minutes. And then I was like, I'm in here for a reason.
Yeah. We've talked about that before.
And like it all just went away. So you just have to just talk to yourself mentally.
I did the same thing. Like first week of tour rehearsals, I was literally just like pooping my pants and I was like freaking out. I was like looking around at all these people that have been in it and doing it for so long. And I just second guessed myself every single day until one point I just had to sit down and be like, dude, you're here for a reason. You deserve this. Show the fuck up and do your job.
Yeah.
But it's like interesting looking back because that self-talk you've had to have every step of the way.
Yeah.
Like that's what led you to try out for the dance team. That's what led you to take class. That's what led you to audition for USC and change your solo a couple hours before. And what also led you to like be like, okay, I'm going to go train with these people. So all of those moments accumulated to you walking in that room, and you've already done it before. So you were able to show up. But people don't see all of those moments beforehand, you know?
You have to listen to your gut.
Yeah.
Whatever your gut is telling you, just go with your first instinct.
Yeah. I always say like being an artist is just a journey of self-discovery, because if you don't listen to yourself, you'll get so lost and you won't really be able to, I don't think, accomplish what you would want to accomplish in your art or have it be articulated in the way that you want it to articulate. So I think it's really beautiful. And I've told you this a million times, but I've loved seeing your journey from literally Thrive Days to now. Just every time I'm like so proud of you, because your authenticity is so obvious in your work. And I think that's really special, especially in an industry that you have to mold a lot of who you are to be where you're at, you know?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will say I did go through a rough patch because I graduated like basically into the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to get a graduation because the class of your pandemic graduation.
2020.
So sorry.
It's okay. Happens.
But
Well,
yeah,
it
I
doesn't
was.
actually. It doesn't ever happen.
Doesn't ever happen.
It doesn't happen.
It did. It did happen one time.
However, it's an experience.
Yeah.
It's a moment.
We learned.
But I will say, like, it was hard mentally because I was in the pandemic during my prime years. I mean, you know this too.
Yeah.
And so, like, I would say 2020 through 2023, like, it was a rough patch of, like, figuring out what I wanted to do, not booking a single dance gig.
Yes.
My first dance gig back from the pandemic was end of 2023.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh.
I did the whole thing. Like, I loved my agency, but I switched agents. And even then, like, it was still a slow time for me. So I was like, I was figuring out that like 5% of the dance industry really continuously is working. And so I was figuring out like what route I needed to go on. And I'm like, I have to make a career for myself.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just sit around and wait.
No.
Which I thought I had to do. Like, just like be a bad bitch.
Right. Let the opportunities come to you, but that's just not realistic.
It's not realistic.
You have to build your own table.
You have to build your own table. You have to be a brand. You are a business that choreographers seek for. And I just recently figured that out.
Wow. Hell yeah.
But after like 2 or 3 years of not booking anything, I'm like, let me make a career for myself. And then like, I'll be grateful for the gigs that I do have. But I don't want to rely on an income from a gig or a tour.
Completely. We've been talking about this very recently, actually. Yeah. I think it's important to discuss because I do think, you know, I wasn't obviously in the industry prior to the pandemic, but I've heard from people who were that it just has changed so much. So in what ways, like when you decided, okay, I need to build my own table, how did you navigate that? Or was it, again, just kind of naturally going with your gut and being guided?
I navigated that because I was realizing that choreographers were booking the same people, which there's nothing wrong with because I see it in their shoes. Like they trust their dancers.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. However, before the pandemic, it was really easy for an agent to represent you and say, hey, I have this dancer for your job. And like the choreographer would usually say yes. And now realizing that like I have connections with choreographers, but not all choreographers that are consistently working. And so I wanted to dive into the teaching realm, and I think I needed to get a creative outlet out, and choreography was that creative outlet for me. Versus being on stage is like obviously my number one favorite thing to do, but choreography was just like really helpful for my mental.
Yeah, and your choreo is so good.
Thank you.
I took his class the other day, and we'll like post a video or something because it was so good and so hard.
Yeah,
I taught Natalie like the first 2 8 counts.
I know.
Outside.
But I think also it's important when a teacher can have such a strong brand that shows through their choreography consistently. And I think it's important to be adaptable, but also, you know, when I see a clip from a Mark Daftari class, I'm like, that's a Mark Daftari class. And you can tell why, because your choreo has such a strong brand and it's so you. And I think that's very cool and important for dancers to note is don't be afraid to have the brand and have the thing that defines you. I think it's important to know, like, this is my style, this is my niche, because somebody's going to want that, you know?
And that took a while to get to. I feel like my style took at least like 2 or 3 years to develop.
Yeah.
Because I was trained by like Yanis Marshall and Brian Friedman. So it was easy to like sort of be inspired and then put that into my choreography. And now I feel like it's my own. So, and I've solidified like a routine and everything as well. So it feels good.
Cool. Do you have like a creative routine outside of like the choreography process, like things that help you outside of the studio that benefit your artistry inside the studio?
Taking vacations.
Work. I love that answer.
Taking vacations really helped my artistry. Like I went to Kauai this year for my 3-year anniversary with my boyfriend. And I just came back so inspired, and like little things that we were worried about weren't such a problem anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just really good to clear your mental, especially when you have a creative block. Definitely take a break, listen to your gut.
Yep.
And if you have a creative block, I would also try something new, whether that's like changing the choreography, maybe bringing someone into workshop with you, just like changing it up, or taking a vacation.
I'm always down for a vacation. Natalie is a Sagittarius, so she always calls me and is like, so we're going to Ibiza next week. And I'm like,
Did you?
no, we didn't. But we're going to.
Yeah, you're planning it.
At some point. We're going to.
You're planning it here in this podcast now.
Exactly. We went to Coachella. She called me on like Wednesday, 2 days before. Wednesday. And she was like, so we should go to Coachella on Friday.
Duh.
And we did.
Oh, yeah.
So she's my spontaneous friend. So
Honestly, we have to be spontaneous in this industry.
Yeah.
you do. Yeah.
Because also, if you want to be, you know, a touring dancer specifically, it's like that entire lifestyle is built off of being spontaneous. You're constantly on the go. You're living out of a suitcase. It's our industry in general is just wild. You never know where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing.
Or it's Friday and you start rehearsals Monday and you find out Friday.
Yep. And you're like, okay, clear the calendar. This is what I'm doing this week.
Yeah.
And then you show up and you're like, okay, this is what we're doing. Cool. This is what we're working with.
Always get a refundable flight ticket. That's my advice.
That's good lesson.
Pay a little bit extra to get a refundable plane ticket. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So when did you first sign with an agency and how did that all come to play?
School helped for sure. USC helped get me signed. Agents would just come and see our showcases.
Love.
And then Salima E. Knight, she was my jazz instructor, one of my professors there. She connected me with Lisa at GoTo.
I love Lisa.
I love
Go
Lisa
to
so
now.
much.
I was with MSA in high school, and then she came to Chapman senior year, and then I
nice.
loved her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
So yeah, she's great.
She's the sweetest. But yeah, I just easily got connected and we just had a meeting and we also vibed. I didn't have to audition, nothing like that. So it was an easy experience.
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't really have advice for trying to get an agent. Like, it's really difficult now.
Yeah.
So I would say just like connections.
Yes.
And if you do want an agent, like email them the work that you've done, email them who you know and like who you've worked with, especially if that choreographer is under their agency.
Yeah. Smart. Also, you know, you mentioned switching at one point. Can you talk a little bit about that process and what made you want to switch? And because I know that's a super common thing for dancers. I've done it twice now.
Well, switching for me, I just wanted something new.
Yeah. Fair.
I had nothing against. I love GoTo so much.
Yeah.
It's been like, I think 4 years and I wanted to try something new.
I love.
And I had a lot of choreographers that I wanted to work with under block.
Nice.
And so I just had a meeting with Lainey and we also hit it off and she signed me like right away at the meeting.
Fabulous. Yeah.
I'm very blessed because right after that year, like they got me a job instantly, like a block only job.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's awesome. Amazing. Oh, I just wanted to know because I know a lot of dancers question that and a lot of younger dancers too. It's like I used to question it too. I started with MTA when I first started and then I switched to block when I was on tour. And it's always, you know, it feels a little wrong or how do I go about this? But you have to be with someone that you feel is right in the moment for you and aligns with your goals in the industry.
And you have to feel wanted. Like if you have an agent and you feel like you're put aside and you're not like, you're on the roster, but you're not like high up there.
Yeah.
Switch it up or have a meeting or tell them like, be honest with me. Like, do you see me booking a lot of jobs with you?
Yeah. I love that.
Because I want to be wanted if I'm on a job.
Oof.
You know? Because like there's a lot of camps that like let go of dancers because they have a new creative team.
Yeah.
Or like they switch something, they switch her out. It's never personal.
No.
Right.
But you always want to be on a job that wants you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's like my biggest
appreciates
advice.
you.
So never be
Best feeling.
sad if you get let go from something that you've been a part of for a long time, or if you don't get like the job that you wanted, like your dream job. You always want them to want you.
Yes, smart.
That's really great advice.
We're gonna have so many good clips from this.
I know.
Like, thinking that, I'm like, yes.
Clip that.
Love that. Okay, this is kind of just like a fun, cheeky question, but what is your favorite job that you've ever been on?
I've had a few favorite jobs. I think my most favorite job was definitely with Kesha doing Lollapalooza.
Yes. Fun.
That was my biggest audience
Crowd, yeah.
that I've ever danced for. I think it was maybe 80 to 100,000 people.
Wow. That's
And just that energy feels like Cloud9, like you took 4 ecstasy pills. I don't know if I should say that.
It's okay.
Being on stage with that many
Lots
people,
of dopamine.
Yeah, it just gives me so much dopamine. Like I've never felt energy like that. And like it just felt so comfortable because we were so prepared. Kesha also being a part of her like freedom era.
Yeah.
Like I did the first show with her when she was free as a free woman off of that contract.
Yeah.
It was just inspiring because she felt so inspired and motivated. Like she came to rehearsals like just really wanting to like be the best version of herself. And that was really inspiring to be around.
Yeah, that energy, like from the top down, you can feel it.
That's what I was going to say. I think it's so, telling when an artist is like really passionate about a project or they're excited about it. And it just makes everyone in the room excited because it does kind of start with them. It's their project. You're dancing for them. So when you feel that positive energy and vibe, everyone's just like, let's go,
And it was kind of wild for me because I had a Kesha themed birthday party.
Stop.
When I was, I think, 12 or 13 years old. And so I showed her some pictures and I told her, I was like, you were my biggest inspiration. And I had a Kesha themed birthday party.
Mark, no, that's
Like
so
a full
cute.
dollar sign, full Kesha t-shirt. And like for me to dance with her is just like a huge dream come true. Like 15 years ago, I would have never seen myself dancing with her.
Yeah, you weren't even dancing.
I wasn't even dancing. I was dancing in my bedroom with a t-shirt on my head, like dancing to like take it off. And to be doing that on stage in front of 100,000 people like next to her was insane.
That's
and it
beautiful.
like in that moment it was all worth it.
Yeah.
All the tears, all the struggles, like everything was worth it in that moment.
That's so beautiful because, you followed what you were meant to do. Yeah, you listened. And not a lot of people do that.
I listened and I waited patiently.
Yeah, that one.
But I did things myself too. Even though you have to wait patiently, you also have to do things yourself.
Right. You have to keep the momentum. Yeah. Wow. I love that.
I got that job myself, by the way.
Yes, you did.
Tell us the process.
I knew the dance captain just from the party scene. And so I saw that she was performing at Pride, like WeHo Pride in 2024. And then I messaged the dance captain like a month and a half before being like, hey, I see Kesha's performing. If you need extra dancers, I'm free and available.
Wow.
And like 2 weeks after that, he sent me a message saying like, hey, the team wants to see your Instagram and your resume and all that stuff.
Wow.
And then a day after that, he was like, okay, you're in. And I was so gagged. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my God, I'm gagged right now.
That's such a great lesson too, because I think, I'm a people pleaser. So sometimes it's hard for me to get out of that headspace of like, oh, I don't think I don't want to bother somebody. I don't want to be too much, but it's so important to have the ability to know what you want, first of all, and then go after it and put yourself out there because that just booked you a fucking job.
I know, for a year.
For a year.
Wow.
That's great.
So that was amazing. And I learned a lesson that day too. Like, don't be afraid to reach out.
Yeah. And don't wait for the audition or your agent or whatever. Just take the opportunity, You're
never a pushover. You're deserved to be seen and heard. So use your voice and reach out for what you want.
Clip that.
These are so good.
I need your voice just to give me my morning affirmations. I was thinking the hatch alarm. And it does like my morning whatever ritual. I just need it to be Mark's voice. Like, go after what you want.
Don't
you
be
deserve to
afraid.
be seen.
I've heard I had a soothing voice too.
You do have a soothing
I have a
voice.
mix of voices. I have a sex phone operator voice. People are like, everything you say is just so like over exaggerated and like kind of sensual.
Yeah.
And also kind of soothing because I'm very chill and laid back.
No,
You are.
So it goes back and forth.
You are.
Sexual phone sex operator and then
Okay.
soothing.
What's your sign?
Aquarius.
Okay. Cute. You love to like be different.
I do.
You do, which you deserve to be.
You deserve to be seen.
You deserve to be seen.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my glasses because I honestly forgot I had them on.
Yeah. Wait, I also want to hear the phone sex operator.
We're drinking a Coke Zero and it's really good. You like that?
That's perfect.
It's so refreshing. See, it's kind of subtle.
Yeah. You switch into it very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I was waiting.
I'm just not gonna do it.
I was like, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it.
I love this Coke Zero.
That was really good.
Was it?
Yeah, that was good.
I just feel like cutesy.
It's so delicious. I don't know. And I'm gonna work
It was you playing with your hair. It's so delicious.
delicious.
That was good.
I really want to do voice acting. I've been talking to Lauren about that ever since we got into podcasting. It's actually so fun, and it's a creative outlet, but in a different way than dance. And I just think it'd be so fun to just read lines and not be seen, but just have my voice heard.
And make the craziest faces. And no one can see it.
No one can see. I'm behind a wall, and I'm just like, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. That, I just stay giggling. Yeah. Okay, I have a good question.
Yes.
What are your goals in this industry now that you've kind of been in it for a while? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
My goals in this industry, I personally just want to be continuously booking.
Hell yeah.
Although teaching is a passion of mine, I do want to be on stage first and foremost. So I just want to tour with like all the biggest artists.
Mark.
That's like my biggest dream. In the next 5 years, I do see myself touring with the biggest artists. It's not, I think, it's I will. And I'm like excited to see who.
Yeah. And you're open to it.
Yeah.
You know you're ready for it. And so it will come to you. It will happen when the timing is right.
I am ready for it. And that's like the confidence that people need in order to book a job in the first place.
Totally. Totally. I want to ask you a little bit about your cross training because you introduced me to Seth, and he was like one of like my favorite trainer I've ever had to this day.
Yeah, Seth Browning. He is a celebrity trainer. He's worked with Cirque du Soleil, getting their physique right. I think he specializes in aesthetic physique.
Yes, that's what he told me when I first went. I remember that. So I was like, perfect.
So I see him once a week. He gets me on a meal plan. So we were carb cycling. And honestly, it's helped me become a better dancer. Like just training, doing his routines 5 times a week in the gym, 4 times a week, and then once with him. And then eating healthy, just like my stamina is through the roof. Like my leg strength, I have balance, stability, and like I can go through a whole combo or like a whole hour and a half set without feeling like my legs are shaking.
Yeah. It's so important to cross training because again, as dancers, I think this is information that's not always talked about, but it's so important. And, all athletes, all professional athletes have trainers, have nutritionists, have these meetings. If you're a professional football player, this is not an option for you.
Right.
It's, okay, this is your plan. This is what you're doing. But for dancers, like we are athletes. We have to treat ourselves that way.
And I know a lot of dancers like think dancing is my workout. Like definitely not.
Yeah.
Like even before I saw a trainer, like I had no idea what to eat. Like I was healthy, but I was also like, I didn't have the physique that I wanted.
Yeah.
Like especially like going shirtless during an audition or on stage.
Yeah.
So definitely having him helped. It's really important because we are athletes and we have to look the part too.
Absolutely.
For our confidence and for our well-being, not just for the camera and for the audience.
Absolutely. Even like how you're feeling when you're dancing, such a big difference. I think growing up, especially in competition dance, you're just taught to keep going. And Seth is one of the first people that allowed me to really listen to my body because he was like, well, and I'll never forget this. He was like, it sounds like you don't really respect yourself with how you're eating because it was like, I know, because I would, go and have a protein bar and not eat before class and eat kind of afterwards, and everything felt inconsistent because that's just what I grew up doing, especially in dance, because we're not really given the proper like nutrition tools and cross training tools. And if you are, it's like rushed, like you're at a studio and you don't get done till 10 p.m. and you're 14 and now you're eating a weird dinner at 10:30 at night before you do your homework and your whole like body is off. So when he said that, I remember being like, oh my God, I'm not offended at all. You're absolutely right. And I didn't even realize that I was doing that before he made that comment.
Yeah.
It's very common with a lot of dancers.
Yeah.
I think without guidance, we're really hard on ourselves every time we have a cheat meal, or every time we're like, okay, let me have just like McDonald's once. And now I feel like I have such a healthy relationship with food. Not saying I had an eating disorder, but I did have an unhealthy relationship prior to having a trainer.
It's hard not to in this industry.
Especially when you're a dancer and like your body's looked at constantly.
And you're comparing yourself in a mirror in front of all these other people.
You're looking at a mirror consistently too.
Yeah. I was also talking to a group of dancers yesterday, and we were discussing crash dieting and how common it is for us, because you'll get on a gig, you'll see a costume, and you'll be like, oh shoot, I have to wear this. And then you'll go on this extreme diet, but it's not sustainable. It's not creating a lifestyle change. So it's about creating something that you can maintain and that doesn't feel like it has to take too much effort, you know? And then you get addicted to feeling good. And I know that's happened for me too, like over the years, finding out what works for me and then feeling good from the inside out is so life-changing. I love that.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot on the podcast. We had a whole episode about it, about just like the comparison that you feel over the years, especially in this industry, and how that is like manifested in your adult life. And right?
Ooh, that one hit.
Yeah.
It's not talked about enough.
It's not. It's not. Even like the emotional regulation, because, okay, you're on stage and you have all of this dopamine, and then you come off and you do crash. Like your body naturally isn't really meant to have those high highs and low lows all the time. So you have to find a way to make sure that you can get back to a base level. Yeah. You know?
Dieting technically is not really healthy. We need to be eating consistently.
Yeah.
I have 5 meals a day. They're healthy meals a day. They're nutritionists. They're nutritional meals. However, don't be mad at yourself when you do have that cheat, because we deserve, we're human. We deserve to have like a cupcake.
Right.
A slice of cheesecake, whatever you desire. But then you're not going to feel guilty about it if you do have that guidance.
Right.
Right, exactly.
And that healthy eating habit that you're consistent with.
For someone to just lay it out there and be like, it's not going to make or break it. Because sometimes I find, especially with dancers, it's all or nothing thinking. Because that's what got us in this industry and allowed us to like stay in it, is we're all in. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it is beneficial towards everything in your life, all or nothing thinking.
Yeah. It's also like with food too, when you don't cheat, but you're thinking about having that cheat meal, it doesn't just go away, I find. So it's better to just honor when you're having that craving and allow your body to have the craving. And then you can pick your meal plan back up, or however you're going about your dieting, meal plan, lifestyle.
Don't regret it, because the regret in having a cheat is going to make you, with personal experience, binge even more.
So true.
Because then you'll go back to your diet and then you'll be like, I can't take this anymore. You know what I mean? So you need something consistent.
Yeah. Exactly. And you need the structure.
Structure for sure.
Very helpful. Everybody go see Seth if he takes
I'm inspired. I'm ready.
I follow him on my Instagram if you just search Body by Browning.
Body by Browning, yep.
Okay. I'm on it.
best.
I want to work with him.
I know. I need to go back to him. I love him.
Come on, sponsored? We're not sponsored.
No. Someday.
He's incredible. This is like maybe TMI, but whatever. Last time I was working with him, it was when I started dating. I cut that out. So I started dating, and he had said, like, he texted me and was like, your body is fucking amazing. And I sent that screenshot to Seth, and I literally said #Body by Browning.
You said that to your ex?
No, I said no. So my ex at the, like, he wasn't my ex.
Oh,
at the
he was
time.
your boyfriend at the time.
He was my boyfriend at the time. He sent me that text, and I like screenshotted that text and sent it to Seth, and I was like, that's what you did. Good job.
Proof of concept right there.
I was like, that's all the ads you need. Is just that text.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Oh, that's amazing.
I love him. He's great.
Okay, so outside of dancer, Mark, how do you fuel the human side of you? How do you take yourself, because this industry can be all consuming at times, and as amazing as it can be, I know there are lows as well. And so how do you honor yourself as a human outside of being a dancer?
I honor myself as a human outside of being a dancer. First of all, when you are a dancer, I feel like you have to commit 100% of your energy into it in order to do it in the first place. And so finding those human moments not talking about dance. First of all, having a partner who's a lawyer and not a dancer at all is very helpful, because I go home at the end of the day, we like just watch a movie, hang out, and like talk about
So nice.
anything else other than dance. But even with my dancer friends that I'm really close with, like we don't even talk about dance most of the time. We do, but we'll also have human moments, like we'll hang out, we'll go to like Disneyland or something. So I just really cherish those days off. And I think I'm really resonating with my human side versus like before I would be really disconnected from the dance world, like back when I wasn't really booking 2021 to 2023. And that's when I realized like I'm not really booking because I'm like, I've lost connection with dance. I take one class every 6 months. Yeah. And I'm like, you have to really be in it.
I know.
In order to.
We've been having these conversations. Remember how I told you I'm moving to Arizona?
Yeah.
I'm not. She's not.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay.
We're getting a place. Yeah.
I know you told me that too.
Yeah.
I think you told me that at the beach.
No, I told you I'm moving to Arizona.
At the beach?
Yeah.
I'm glad you're not.
Me too. I kind of all of these conversations that we've been having, like I've been having those conversations with myself. I'm like, what do I really want? And why did I even want this in the first place? And am I stopping because I don't believe in myself? And I think I've been doing that this past year. And I don't think I've really given myself a fair shot to be in the industry at all. And I think I'd be limiting myself. And I don't think I've touched the surface of my potential. And she's told me that, being a good friend. We've had these conversations. And I'm just at a place where I'm like, I feel so confident. Like I'm loving to dance again. Like, why wouldn't I put myself out there, be in it, and just go after my potential and see where it goes, you know?
And you're so talented.
Thank you.
And honestly, like, although your friends are really supportive, like you have to be there for yourself too.
That's what because I have a tendency to be there for everybody else. Like I don't look at myself the way that I see like Natalie or you. And that's kind of been something that I've had to like big lesson in my life. And now that I see it, I'm like, oh, I'm there. Like I know I am. Believe it. Because even like going to class a year ago, I'd go and look at myself and just say all these negative things in my mind. Like, oh, even something as simple as like, I don't like what I'm wearing. So now it's going to mess up my whole entire class. This hour and a half, it's going to suck. And now I'm like, no, I love me. Doesn't matter if a shirt, I won't wear the shirt again, maybe, but like that doesn't really matter to my core. So I'm realizing that now and I'm really proud of myself. But like I said before, it's such a self-discovery thing. And how beautiful that we get to discover that.
You know what someone told me?
What?
Someone told me literally the other day, they're like, why are you giving yourself negative self-talk? Would you talk to your friends like that? And I told myself, like, I would never say that to my friends.
No.
Like, why am I saying that to myself?
So true. That's so true.
And so that like completely flipped my brain. This was like after I heard some news that I didn't book like a dream job that I wanted. And that's like 2 weeks of self-negative talk.
Yeah.
What is it called? Syndrome? Something?
Imposter
Syndrome. Imposter syndrome was through the roof.
Yeah.
And like my friend was like, you're such a bad bitch. Would you like talk to us like that? How you talk to yourself like now? And I'm like, no, I would not talk negatively like that to you.
Right. So real. I'm reading this book right now called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And it's all about like your mindset. And there was a part that said like, imagine you as a child. Would you talk to your child self like that? No way. But that's who you're speaking to.
I know.
Yeah.
So I wrote daily affirmations on my mirror.
Yes.
So I have like a little dance studio in my room. And so that when I wake up, like there's just writing on my mirror. It's like, you're a star. You deserve to be seen and heard. You deserve to be in the space and you deserve what you want because you work hard for it. And it says more things, but I can't remember them on the top of my head. But every morning I do read them.
Yeah. That's so important.
And I keep my phone charging outside my room and I have like an OG alarm clock.
Wow.
I need to do that. I've been wanting to get better about that. It's hard, but like that's why I got the hatch. But I just need to put my phone farther away.
Waking up and scrolling just definitely does not.
I have a strict morning routine. I have to abide by, or else
We
also a bitch. Just kidding. But I also have been keeping my phone on the like foot of my bed. I have this little bench, and I have to put it there because I want to like actually get out of bed in the morning and have to go turn off my alarm clock, or else I'll just stay and get in my own head. Because feel like my like negative self-talk comes first thing in the morning, and I have to actively work to like get it out of my brain. So that's part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And you're both so talented and like
Thank you.
both deserving to be in any space.
Thank you.
So just think about what you want.
That's what I told her. So I said, you know, I think I've always been the type of person that was very specific with my goals. And I remember I was raised by 2 engineer parents, and I just always write lists, and I have the 1-year goal, the 5-year goal, the 10-year goals. But we've had conversations, and Lauren's like, I've literally never done that. And I'm telling her, girl, you got to have specific visions for yourself to the point where you can actually envision, I am on stage with this artist, or I am on stage in this stadium, in this arena, in this city, doing this specific job, whatever it may be. But you have to have those goals so that you know what you're working towards.
Yeah.
You know?
I did that with Clippers. Like I always said I wanted to do Clippers dance team, and then I always said I wanted to do a burlesque show. And like literally a month after I finished Clippers, I auditioned for Empire and got it, and got to do a burlesque show. So I know I have like exactly.
She thought about it and she got it.
I did think about it, but then like it felt after that there was a block, because I was never letting myself actually be in it. And so I almost used, not that I didn't want to do Clippers and I was happy that I did an NBA team. Like I definitely wanted to do that. But I almost kind of used it as a distraction a little bit, to be like, well, okay, well, this is good enough, you know, because I didn't really believe in myself.
But you know you can get what you want.
I know I can. I know I can. I will. Yeah, I know I can.
So just think about what's next.
Yeah.
And just keep that like on your top priority as a goal.
Yep. Yeah. I hope I don't butcher this, and I might have to like try to find it. But there was a quote in the book that I'm reading that was like, what is it?
We can insert it.
Maybe we insert it right here.
Okay.
But it's so good, you guys. And I wrote it down, and I actually wrote it on a sticky note and put it in my, like, I have a medicine cabinet that opens up, and I put it in there. I'm forgetting it right now, but it's basically about like the thoughts that you think are what gets you where you want to go.
So true.
So you are what you think. Yeah. Basically, it's way more eloquently said than that. We could put it up. But I've been really learning that. And I think that like dance has led me to learn that in my life, which is great. Yay. I love it.
We're so lucky, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't share this with like normal people, like muggles, pedestrians.
Didn't I say that the other time? I literally said that.
She did.
I said muggles.
We're so lucky for many reasons. First of all, we're so in tune with our body.
Yeah.
And just to be able to just dance and like use it as therapy is just such a gift.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like we learn a lot of different life lessons being dancers. We learn growth a lot easier. Like a lot of dancers I know mature at like 16 or 17
Yes.
because of discipline.
Yes.
So we're very blessed to be dancers and dance artists, and we go through hardships and we become better out of it, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people work to live, but we live to work.
We live to work.
You know what I mean? Like our job fuels us, and I think rarely people find a passion that they can actually monetize. And it's becoming more normalized with, I think, influencing culture and that stuff. It's the idea of being, you know, working for yourself is more common now. But we are so lucky that we get to choose something that we love so much, and it gets to be a career. You know, it's very special. And not a lot of people can say that they are professional dancers in the industry. It is hard. It's a hard thing to tap into and succeed at.
Yeah.
Especially since it's not sustainable.
Right.
However, it is rewarding.
Yes.
And it does teach you how to hustle.
Yeah.
I think naturally, like you want to be booking every job. So naturally you're going to work really hard for it. So it's great at teaching life lessons as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That was so well said. You're great on a mic. Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
are. Yeah.
It's my first time in a long time.
Yeah. Are you having fun?
I'm having so much fun.
Good.
Okay, good.
You two are so much fun.
Living out your pop star dreams.
Oh my God, we did cheers. What's wrong with us?
I know, we forgot our cheers.
I'm chewing on ice
we
now,
do it
so.
every episode.
I usually bite my straws, but
Really?
it's a bad habit.
I'm a straw biter too, or used to be, but then I started using like metal and glass straws, so you can't really bite those. Slay, queen.
This episode has been amazing.
Fabulous.
Like, I feel so inspired.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to leave the audience with?
You're going to end by crawling on the table.
Oh my God, no, we need it. We need the
This
shot.
camera's kind of giving.
It
No,
is
the cameras are
giving.
great in here.
We love our camera work. That's why we're, always locking in. Which I'm like,
it's on
where's
this
that
one,
lens?
Hey.
You got to find the lens.
Hello.
Exactly.
What were you going to ask me?
I was just going to say, is there anything else you want to leave the audience with before we sign off?
Before we sign off, I would like to say just believe in yourself and just don't give up, especially if you really want something. If it's not working for you in the meantime, still try and strive for that goal, but maybe try something else on top of it,
Mark.
But never give up, especially if you really want something.
Hold that
So
vision.
good.
Hold the vision and maybe do something else while still holding on to the vision. You can multitask,
Yes.
The
period.
timing of that is just uncanny.
I know.
You could have heard the crash outs we had this week.
We had crash outs this week. Like full crash outs.
So we're back, baby. Where I was like, I don't think I can move to Arizona. And so valid. And I think I was running away because I was scared.
Yeah.
Don't run away.
I'm not going to run away.
Don't run away.
I still got shit on that bucket list I got to check off.
Exactly.
And
And
I'll
it's
be
here.
pissed if I don't.
And it's here.
And it's here.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. This episode was incredible.
Yes, thank
You did an amazing job.
We love you.
Claps for Mark Daftari.
Oh, tell us your socials so that people can follow you.
My Instagram is Mark Daftari, MarkDaftari. Just to spell it out. It'll probably be right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it right. We'll put it on the series. Don't forget. Like and subscribe.
Literally.
Okay.
And I love Lo and Nat. Thank you for having me.
we love you.
you.
Thanks for coming. Cheers.
Cheers.
Gin and Chat with Lo and Nat.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you had a great chat. Lo and Nat can't wait to have you back.